Okay, share screen.
PowerPoint slide, it should be. Yeah, no, that one you opened. That's the full slide, yeah.
Alrighty.
Perfect. So you're good, and then you can just click through.
Recording?
Yep.
It is?
Yep. Yep. Yeah, you're good.
Okay. All right, everybody. Welcome to week 3 of Million Dollar Monday Summer Kickoff 90-day game plan. I just want to congratulate everyone for being on the call tonight on this cold winter evening. We've had an incredible cold weather. It's a winter blitz we're experiencing here in Sydney and throughout parts of Australia at the moment. It's very, very cold time. So, but hopefully we can warm you up tonight with some great news and some great information, and really have a great call tonight. So first of all, Team Blitz night was a huge success. Thumbs up if you can hear me and see the screen and the picture. Yep, okay, everyone can see that. That's fantastic. I'm not sure how many people we had there. That was the picture we've got there was at the end of the evening. It was a bit of an afterthought. We should have thought to get a picture, but I think we probably had around 20 people or so in attendance, and it was such a fun night, and a lot of people got a lot of value out of the evening. Some people made a lot of calls, and some people observed. Some people made phone appointments. Some people made Facebook appointments and so forth. So there was a whole mixture of connections that were happening there on the evening. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who came, and I want to acknowledge all those people who actually ran Blitz nights from their own home, or maybe with a small group of people, just because of the demographics, or because of it was just impossible to get away with kids and so forth, school holidays, etc., etc. We understand. But from what happened there on the night, how many calls were made there, Ace?
So in total, the team at Bill's house got through 60 calls. I know Katrina smashed out 14, which was insane. It was amazing. Out of that 60 calls, we made 19 appointments. I know that Bill and Shaz signed up someone today from one of the appointments that they made. I managed to get an enrollment on the night of the Blitz night. So I guess, thank you. So I guess the key after all of that activity, so out of 60 calls that have been made, the key out of that is not to waste that activity. The first call is always the hardest. The follow-up is always the most important. So I guess to share with you, we've already done the hardest part of it, which is that initial connection and that initial call. So moving on from that, don't waste that activity. Make sure that we keep that momentum going, and make sure that we keep following up and pushing those calls and moving them, I guess, along the pipeline. Remember, it can take up to 12 connections before we manage to enroll someone. You know, I guess really it's the momentum. So how are we planning to move forward from Blitz night is the question that I want to pose to all of you. What have you got in your head in terms of what your plan is moving into launch party week? So I guess that brings us probably to our next slide, being launch party week. So our goal was to have 15 launch parties, and we've got 6, I believe, that we know of. What I'd really like to do, I'd like to encourage you all to post up your invite onto the $1 Million Kickoff page so that you can share it, share what you're doing. I know that after looking at other people's invites, I think that Mel and I have got a little bit more work to do on ours. Ours looks so basic compared to some of everyone else.
Great ones out there.
Yeah, there really is. So share it, guys, because you know, we are sort of all one team, and you really do pick up ideas from everyone else. The other thing that I would like to, I guess, inspire you to do is, if you've never held a launch party but you've been you know, using Isagenix and you've been in Isagenix for a little while, now's the time to jump. So don't worry if it's not perfect, and don't worry if you know, don't really know what you're doing 100%. You know the products and you know how well they work, and once you have confidence in that, you know how to talk about what we do. So have a look on the page and have a look where there is a launch party happening. If you don't know how to do one yourself, get to one.
Absolutely.
And then make a decision or a commitment to yourself that once you've seen how one is run, go and do your own. So out of the 6 that have been posted, jump online and have a look if there's one in your local area. You're more than welcome to come to Mel and mine, and I know that Bill and Chaz would say the same thing. I know that Shell Sono is having one on Friday, and I'm pretty sure she'd be happy for the same thing. So yeah, there we go, a thumbs up. So get yourself to one and then start doing one. So make a commitment to yourself, because remember, out of those 60 calls, we don't want to lose that momentum. So on Monday night, I know that it's a perfect $1 Million Monday's not on, so it would be a perfect night to actually structure in some follow-up calls from anything that you've made on Thursday, so or last week. So do your follow-up calls and try and push them into the launch parties. Yeah, I know that there's 3 launch parties happening on Wednesday night. Mel and myself are one of those. We've got 2 launch parties happening on Thursday night, and we've got 1 launch party happening on Friday. So out of our goal of 15, and maths isn't my strong point.
I think we're about 9 short.
Thank you.
But what we're hoping there is that that everyone can get along to a launch party if you're not hosting one yourself this week. Make the numbers really big, experience the launch party, and basically bring some people with you if you want to. You're more than welcome to do that. Just let the people know that are actually hosting the launch party how many people you'll be bringing, or if it's just yourself or whatever. But just out of courtesy, so they make sure there's enough room, enough chairs or whatever may be required, and so forth. So what we're going to do now is actually run through the week ahead, and then at the end we're going to share some success stories. So we're going to ask, just going to open up the lines there for people to share their success stories of Blitz Week and some of the things that they've done, sign-ups and so forth. We won't be talking about State of Origin tonight at all. We're going to give that a big miss. Hopefully we have no Queenslanders on the phone that want to rib us about that, but we certainly want to hear about some of the success stories of the week. So let's talk about the week ahead. Monday night, obviously a great night to continue that Blitz night, as Blitz and the follow-ups from the Blitz, and also continue making phone calls and booking people into launch parties or one-on-one appointments. So on Tuesday night, one of the best presenters in Sydney, if not in Australia, is doing the opportunity meeting at head office on Tuesday, 14th of July. It's Rob Hunt. He's a fantastic fella. He's just come back from down in Melbourne for the weekend. He's if you cut him, he bleeds green blood. He's that much into isogenics. Absolutely loves it. He is a former PT, an endurance athlete, and a 4-star Golden Circle. A fantastic speaker. What do you think about Rob as a speaker? I know you've experienced him as one of the first ones that you've seen about his product knowledge. What do you think?
Yeah, we actually had the pleasure of listening to Rob speak at Bill's and Sharon's house the first time that he spoke. He's really inspiring. If you have any athletes that you're kind of struggling with, I would highly recommend getting them in front of Rob. He speaks about the product really, really well from a performance perspective, and I know that he certainly helps, I guess, enroll those people, I guess, who are a little bit harder to reach. And the way that he shares his story as well is there's just so much authenticity in the way that comes across. So I would highly recommend guys getting them to see Rob.
Totally. All right. Okay. So, great photos, girls.
I'm so changing my invite. Bloody hell.
All righty. So, we have Mel and Amy's house, 19 Bray Place there in Castle Hill, Wednesday night, 15th of July. So, we have three launch parties going on around Sydney on Wednesday evening. So, this is one in Castle Hill. So, depending on the demographic, that is one that would be great to attend.
Guys, if having a launch party is still a little bit too far out from you in terms of your comfort zone, set yourself a goal of getting 2 people along to one of these launch parties in the week.
Absolutely, yeah. Great goal. Okay, the next one we want to talk about there, Wendy Mulligan has organised one there, and it's Manly it's going to be in. So it's in the Northern Beaches. So if you're in the Northern Beaches area, that would be a great one to get along to. It's important that you contact the host if you want to go along, rather than just turning up. And if you just say, would it be okay if I bring a few people or whatever, just to double check, make sure there's enough room in all the different venues. I know I don't know Wendy how much room she would have, but I know we've got plenty of room. I know Mel and Amy got plenty of room there as well for ours. Here we have the O'Donoghues at Emu Plains. So it's Sydney's western suburbs, having one there on Wednesday as well. So have a look at that one. If that's more suitable to where you're at, your demographic, that might be a good one to get along to. Here we have Emma Makila. Her event is in Mount Colah, which is near Hornsby. So if you're in the northern parts of Sydney and you want to get along there, you know, if Emma's holding a launch party, you might want to go anyway, because I'm sure it'll be the funniest night you'd ever have. It'll be absolutely hilarious. Her presentations are so passionate, they're so funny, and they're so real. So I really recommend that. Yeah, if you're around Thursday night, might be a good one to come to. Or of course, if you want to look and feel $1 million, you might want to come along to the information night that's held at our place, which is on Thursday evening as well. So that's going to be a great night. I've got one lady who's coming who's already told me she's going to sign up, so I'm looking forward to Thursday night already. So that should be a good night. And then this one here, look at that. I look at that photo occasionally and I think, wow, how do you do that?
It looks like she's levitating.
It looks like it was floating there, Michelle. It's kind of amazing, you know.
Like, may the force be with you. Yeah. Okay, Yoda.
The strength of this lady is quite incredible from the Pilates that she does. It's quite incredible. So Friday Fun Day, and that's in Kellyville. So Michelle's got a background in real estate. And she's a mum, and she's got her own Pilates studio there. So for pretty much she relates pretty much to anyone very, very well, particularly the athletes and business-minded people as well. So that'll be a fantastic night, Friday night. So get your people along to that one too. Okay, Mel is going to tell us a little bit about Platinum Vision Tour.
Hi all. Platinum is on Thursday the 23rd in Chatswood between 6 and 10 p.m. Guys, this is a bargain. It's $10 for 4 hours worth of knowledge and passion from the three presenters on board on the screen. I'm trying to get 10 of our team along. For Amy and I, we absolutely caught the passion from attending events. Because the people up there are they're not employees of Isagenix. They've done the hard yards like everybody, and they share their secrets and what's really worked for them. So you just sit there and you learn so much from three different people who are obviously very, very successful. So I strongly encourage everyone to try and get as many bums on seats as they can. It's $10, so it doesn't cost a huge amount if you want to shout someone new in your team. And that $10 could, find you your next superstar, which could take you to 1-star, 2-star, 5-star, 7-star. So just, really encourage everyone that you can to come along, and we'll all be there. So I'm sure it'll be a fun night.
Awesome, no worries. Thanks, Mel. I know I've got 10 tickets that I've almost assigned all of those already, so I'm looking to buy some more this week as well. My goal is actually for the Platinum Tour is to have from this group alone to have 500 ticket sales from our group alone. So when you think about it, we've got 113 members, and really that's less than 10 each. And bring your product users along as well. Remembering that for a lot of people, including myself, started out as product users. And I'll just tell you a little story. Matthew Ralph invited Sharon and I along, and Susan Sly was the presenter. And he said, it's a great night to learn about the products. And you're also going to hear from someone who's extremely successful. And being a business owner, Bill, I know you like to listen to people who are high net worth individuals that earn, well over a couple of $1 million a year in their field. So I thought, I'll come along as a product user. I left that night and made a decision that I was going to attend every event that was going to be in the next 10 years in our area that I could possibly get to. I made a decision there that I was going to be on AutoShip for the next 10 years, and I made a decision there and then that I was going to use, this is going to be another income stream for our family, and I was going to try and change as many lives as I possibly could to have better health as I had experienced, because I started to feel like I was being stingy with this opportunity. And I really wanted to get out there and go from a product user to a business builder. So you never know, who can come, who can come out, what product users are actually going to turn into business builders and so forth. So get everyone there, be prepared to pick them up, shout them a ticket, get them along. You will be so thankful that you have. It's going to be a fantastic night. Bear in mind, we are leading towards the summer kickoff, which is 25th to 28th of September. You might want to start thinking about accommodation and flights and booking your tickets to that in your back office. I keep bringing this up there because it's going to be awesome. It's what this whole 90-day game plan is leading to. So don't forget to grab those tickets and organise your flights and so forth. So so pretty much that's most of the content that we have there for you tonight. But one of the things I want to talk to you about just really briefly tonight is about being a professional network marketer. This business is one of those. It's so easy to do, but it's also so easy not to do. And this is the thing that Lynn Hagendorn says all the time. So it's all about being active in the business on a daily basis and creating enormous amounts of momentum in your business. And we've got fantastic tools and events that will help you do that. But just seeing everyone there the other night, it was just I felt so inspired by everyone that was there, just having a go and getting on the phones and ringing people and booking appointments. One time I was just looking around the room there and I had shivers down my spine thinking, wow, look at the momentum that this is going to create, because it's quite amazing. It's in sales and in networking and so forth. It's all about filling the funnel. So as a professional network marketer, you really want to work your schedule and making sure that you're doing the right things every day. So, for example, I recommend that you listen to a podcast from Isagenix Podcast every day. Listen to the David Wood podcast. Listen to the Take Action Team podcast or other podcasts that are available. So when you're exercising, and hopefully, we're in the health and wellness, network marketing business. So hopefully, we're exercising, and not only eating our Isagenix programs, products and so forth, we're also exercising regularly. To put the earphones in and listen to a podcast as we're going around, because we need to not only feed our bodies with great nutrition, but we also need to feed our minds. I know that the successful people are listening to podcasts all the time. I listen to one or two a day when I'm driving around or at the gym. So, and I know Michelle Sonneveld, I know she's always putting great podcasts up there for other people to listen to, because that's where you learn how to build this and learn the skills that you need to be a professional network marketer. I also notice a lot of the time when I talk to people that are trying to build a network marketing business is that they're not reading. Your leaders are readers, and it's important that you try and read 15, 20 minutes, or if not 30 minutes every single day. If you haven't read the main books, like the 4 Agreements, the Go Giver, Think and Grow Rich, How to Have Power and Influence, Dealing with People, all these great books, the Slide Edge. There's so many great books out there that are recommended. That you need to try and grab those books and read through them. If you read, say 15, 20 minutes a day, you'll get through a book every single month as a minimum. And I just saw one of the leaders, Chris and Laurie Harder, they're platinums in the US, and he just did a challenge where he read a book every single day for 30 days straight. And he raised, I think, something like $17,000 for a charity from other people that that supported him from doing that. So I really recommend that you get along to events. Make sure you listen to the podcast, feeding and reading every single day to become a professional from a professional development point of view. And also, it's very important that you continue to be active, continue to be prospecting, presenting, and following up. Doing 3-way phone calls and doing the things, the daily activities that are going to make you a fortune over time. It doesn't happen in 6 months or 12 months. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. So you need to ensure that you're doing the right things every single day in order to make sure that you're building the muscles that you need in order to have the business that you want in 5 years' time. Because it's no good, sitting around in 2020 saying, I'm still an executive or I'm still a director. If you want to move forward, you need to do the regular, consistent, persistent action every single day. And I can guarantee that if you do it regularly, you're going to get better at it. And if you get better at it, your business will grow. And you're going to be very, very happy with the outcome, because it's the greatest business that I've ever seen. And, it's amazing what you can actually gain out of building a successful network marketing business, especially the Isagenix, which is the Rolls Royce of the compensation plans that are out there. We keep putting this up as well. Every accomplishment starts with a decision to begin. So I think we began on last week at the at the Blitz night. I thought that was a fantastic beginning, but we need to keep the momentum building and building and building, so we keep going up through the ranks. So okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back and I'm going to open up the call so that I can hear from some of the people. What I want to hear, to do this, I need you to either send me a chat or to put your hand up, and I want you to share something that's happened over the last week that's pushed you just that little step forward to your goals that you're looking to achieve over this 90-day plan. So I'm just going to quickly have a look at the chats, see. Okay. Yeah, but we don't know whether 1,000 tickets have been sold yet for summer kickoff. Central Coast. What does it say? We've got there going to launch on Central Coast as well. Oh, great. Matthew Ralph had just said on Thursday night they're having a launch party at the Central Coast. So, Matt, if you could put your invite up into the $1 Million Monday Summer Kickoff Facebook page, that would be awesome. Okay. What else have we got there? Thursday night. Okay. Brian and Christina, they've got a launch party. This is at Avalon Beach. So we're looking forward to seeing that Brian and Christina Lorich and Guy Wright, they're actually doing one at Avalon Beach. So that hopefully that invitation will be up there, and that's going to be on Thursday night as well. Katrina's having one in Kellyville. Just posted invite Facebook group, so keep an eye out for those guys. Okay, fantastic. All right, so I'm going to get out of the chat session now. Alrighty, so what I'd like to do is someone put their hand up and tell me about their week in review.
Take them off mute.
And I can take you off mute.
Yeah, they can take themselves.
You can take yourself off mute, okay, but you need to raise your hand first. Let's hear some stories. I love the hair there, Dennis, by the way. Okay, all right, well, I'm going to take you off mute. And Emma, you've always got plenty to share, so I'm going to dob you in. So take yourself off. Okay, here we go. Hello, Emma.
Hi, everyone.
You're dobbed in.
Do you know what? I can't really think straight even. My daughter just smashed her teeth on the bath before, so I'm all still shaking. I'm trying to think what my week's even been like. Look, we did a Blitz day last Friday, which went well, and a lot of us made lots of calls. I think we've already spoken about that last Sunday, though. This week, yeah, I did make a few calls on Monday. The rest of the week's been a bit slack. I actually haven't done many follow-ups myself, so I'm not really being a very good example. But I've just been trying to motivate the team, so trying to get them on the getting them to buy tickets and things like that. I bought a few more myself for the Platinum Tour, and I've just been trying to personally call people and invite people to that. So that's been a little bit more my focus this week than actually prospecting and connecting.
School holidays too. I see you've been having a bit of fun on school holidays.
Yeah, sent Georgia back on her horse, so now it's back into it. Yeah, full steam ahead now.
Awesome. Oh, thank you for sharing, and hopefully the teeth are okay on the bathtub there.
Yeah, it was pretty horrendous. Anyway, moving on.
Moving on.
Thanks.
Okay, Guy's got his hand up there, so I'm just going to put take Guy if you want to take yourself off there. Off mute.
Okay, can you hear me all right with this old-fashioned contraption on my head?
Fine.
All right. Yeah, look, it's been a kind of pretty productive week. Crazy with school holidays and all that sort of thing, but we kind of getting through this. I'm going to have to do something weird. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, hear you okay there. That's fine.
I felt like I looked stupid and I sounded stupid. Hey, so firstly, Matt and Jodie's Monday, $1 Million Monday, it was epic. It was fantastic. Really, really great. Really thoroughly enjoyed it. The Blitz night on Thursday, it was awesome, Bill. It was so good. I knew I wouldn't be able to sleep on Thursday night, and I wasn't able to sleep on Thursday night, and tossed and turned. It felt like I was hardly, I was just so jazzed up from that activity. I forgot to even put my calls onto the list, so that 60 calls was minus all the calls that I made, and the texts that I got. I mean, I got 5 appointments, which I'm just thrilled about, and they wouldn't have happened if we hadn't have been there. So they were all kind of brand new people.
That's great.
Yeah. I've got a story to share about 3-way calls that don't quite work out, but have a happy ending. Thank you very much, Bill. Bill kindly, agreed to do a 3-way call for me on Friday, and of course I was out, about to lose coverage. I was out in Wiseman's Ferry, and I couldn't connect the calls. I could get Bill on the phone, or I could get the other guy on the phone, but I couldn't connect the calls. So as I was about to go away on my holiday, I said, Bill, threw him a Hail Mary pass. Bill, you take care of this for me. Just send me a text when he's signed up. I got the text. So Bill, mate, epic. Really some really good momentum starting to happen. I'm stoked. I'm so thrilled to be part of this 90-day game plan and part of this team. I think we're kind of really locking arms, and we're building some momentum. So thank you. Couldn't be better.
Awesome.
Let's roll.
Thanks, Guy. That's great.
Sweet.
Okay, who else is going to raise their hand and share their week? I'd love to hear from Matthew Ralph, actually, if I could. Always dob you in there as my sponsor.
Thanks, Bill. I can always add a bit. The week, loved doing the $1 Million Monday presentation. And then obviously Tuesday night as well, the head office presentation with Emma was an absolute highlight. First time getting present with Emma. So that was I'd say it gave a lot of fun and energy, but what I really enjoyed about that was the business training that we did afterwards. We had a group of, how many people stayed around, Emma? About 30? A good chunk of it, probably about 30 of them stayed around, and Emma did her piece on connecting and had a lot of engagement with people. And it got back to really why we're doing this. And this is just being good people, living interesting lives, connecting with people, and then where we see an opportunity to share Isagenix as a solution to one of the gaps they've got in their lives, to actually present it forward. Talked a lot about the need to follow up, the need to stay, I suppose, persistent in contacting people, or to give it the time frame that it does require for someone to be ready. It's not when you think they're ready, it's when they're ready. And off the back of that, did quite a few follow-ups this week. Quite happily, none of them have come through, but I know they're all one contact closer to coming through. So it's been a good week.
Awesome. Okay, guys. Opportunity to participate. Anyone else have a success story that, great, yes, Katrina, she was awesome on Thursday night. Unmute yourself. I'd love to hear from you.
Hello. Hi. How you going? So I love the Blitz night. That really helped propel me and build confidence, and just, the momentum and just the atmosphere was amazing. So thank you for hosting it. I guess mine is a bit of feedback / a question, but a lot of my calls obviously went to voicemail, and I left a message and that. So just want to know if Bill especially, or anyone else, has got any advice on people that haven't returned even a text or a call. Like I'm thinking I'll probably text or email them as an alternate form of communication, maybe tomorrow or tonight. But would that be the way you would go? Or?
Yeah, okay. Matt, do you want to let us know what you do in that situation?
Yeah, Katrina, I never actually leave a voicemail, only because if you leave a voicemail, you hand over control of the conversation to the other person. So if I get through to someone's voicemail, I'll just actually hang up and not leave a message. They'll receive this call, but I will leave it so that I'll call them back another time. A few times where I have left a voicemail, and if you don't hear back, probably an easy, polite way of doing it. And people love texting as opposed to responding. So a quick text saying, dropped your voicemail, just checking you got it. Can I call you tomorrow night? ? So very short, very sweet. People like that really. And I always look at what I'm guilty of, and I could listen to 5 or 10 voicemails in a bit of a batch sitting and write down I need to get back to somebody, and then 2, 3, 4 days later, I still haven't. So I know I'm guilty of that. So I never presume that the person's not getting back to you.
Mhm.
I'll give them a chance of doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no, it's all, I'm a big believer of just changing the form of follow-up. So if I ring someone, you know, and it goes to voicemail, then I'll wait a couple of days. I'll try again. Still no answer. I might send a text. But if you follow up several times and they just don't get back to you, I'll quite often send either an email or a text and just say, "Hi, I've been trying to contact you, left a couple of messages or sent a couple of text messages. You haven't got back to me. Either one, you're not interested in what I want to talk to you about, or number two, you're just really busy. If you could just let me know which one that is, which one it is." And Alan Hilsinger was talking about that at one of the seminars. And straight away people go, "Oh no, you know, it's not that I'm not interested. I'm just really busy." And that's way of getting into a dialogue with people. Or the other thing I think he says, "Oh, maybe I've offended you," and yeah, and that way you get that. You know, they will come back to you if you do. Is it 1, 2, or 3? You know, which is it? You know, so and all of a sudden you'll get a response back quite quickly. Because people will look at their text messages, but you know, they might just say, "I just think I'm busy at the moment, but I'll come back to you." Just in relation to our week, I just want to really thank everyone who came on to $1 Million Monday on Monday night. It was our biggest attendance since we started $1 Million Monday. You know, I guess probably 9 months ago now. I think we had around about 66 people there on the night, and it was just great. And a special thanks must go to Matthew and Jody Ralph, doing a fantastic job there. Certainly can pull a crowd, you guys. Just absolutely awesome people and great presenters, and yeah, we just feel so lucky that you were able to come there and present for us. So that was a great night, Monday night. Tuesday night, head office. We need to support these head office events because they're very, very important. Everybody knows that they're on every Tuesday night, and they kind of think if they don't have someone there that maybe they don't need to go along, but it's important as leaders, and we're all leaders. If you've enrolled one person, you're a leader. That we get along to these events that are run by associates and support them. And even if you haven't got someone there, but it's an opportunity to be there where someone could come up and have a chat to you, a new prospect, or you could actually have a chat to them. So it's very important that we continue to support these because the leaders are putting them on for everybody, from everybody. And you don't want to, if you've got a prospect that's going to go to the event, and you go, "Oh, great, I'll bring them into Tuesday night," and you go there and there's like 15 people there at Isagenix head office on a Tuesday night, it's not a good look. So we need to, wherever possible, jump in the car, pop along, go along at least for the opportunity meeting as a minimum. But the business training, like last Tuesday night, Emma is an expert on talking about connecting, and Matt is a great connector. So you know, I just wish that was recorded so I could have seen it. You know, it would have been fantastic. It sometimes can be difficult, of course, during times of school holidays. It can be difficult during times of really cold weather and so forth. But I really want to picture to you that you need to support these events for the success of yourselves and other associates, and also Isagenix as a whole. We're having record enrolments this year with Isagenix, and you know, we really need to keep that momentum going. It's very, very important.
Can I just add something to that, Phil?
Sure.
I was just going to say as well, like setting people up correctly from the start makes it really duplicatable in your business as well. So if you get people, every single person that you've enrolled, to come to head office once, then they get to learn more about the products. They get to hear about some of the ingredients. Even they get to, you know, hear about the business. They get to see that everyone in the room is all normal, just like them. They feel more supported, and therefore, then when they start to enroll, if they start to enroll, they'll start to bring their people, and it just duplicates from there. I'm always telling people when I'm enrolling them, okay, so you've just got to at least attend head office just once. I just need you to understand the whole thing. This will help to support you on your journey. And I think we're so lucky to have Sydney head office. It's just stupid for us not to be there. So, yeah, we're super lucky.
Awesome. And this Tuesday, we've got...
can I
yeah, man.
I'll add one more to that, which is I had a brand new person come along last week who was someone... Two parts of the story. She was in the beauty industry, and she rocked along. the two massive things I saw when she first came into the building and opened her eyes, she had an immediate appreciation of how big and serious the company was, walking into the head office environment and just seeing the setup. So that gave us massive credibility. And the other thing, having been involved with the company a little while, I was then able to link her straight to Emma and then a couple of Emma's people in the beauty industry. And then just in that lovely chat session beforehand, link her into two people who she'd absolutely resonated with straight away. And so that just comes with a combination of going along a bit yourself and knowing who's there, but then going and introducing yourself to the different people and being able to facilitate those conversations with whoever you're bringing along, because there's someone else there who they're going to resonate with.
Absolutely. Guy, you've got your hand up there. I'll just you got your hand up again, Guy, or that's just from before?
Bill, hello.
Before, mate.
That's from before. Yeah. Dennis, how you going, Dennis?
Good, how are you?
Is that one of the State of Origin wigs, or?
No, it's my Dickie Knees outfit. Mr. Summers, yeah, anyway, it doesn't matter. There's no one. Question for you, like, all this momentum and signing up is great, right? And you know, getting new people onto the program. But do we have a plan at some stage along here of how to really maintain continuity with the program, and in particular, like how to handle people with like auto ship and stuff like that? Because if you just give them all their codes and sort of say off you go, you kind of like, you know, you're setting yourself up for failure there. Because like in my experience in like being a chiropractor, the reality is you have to tell people what they really need, or advise them strongly, if that makes sense, as opposed to just kind of like give them the tools and say, well, what do you want to do? You know, like you're always going to go, what do I want to do? Well, I want to go on a holiday and never work for the rest of my life is the answer. But the reality is that you actually, you know, when it comes to a program like this, they need some sort of guidance as to what's going on. So are we going to have some follow-up with that kind of thing for the whole team, if that makes sense? Because the last thing you want to see is all these sign-ups and all these zero volumes popping up all over your tree, obviously.
Yeah, we've got a checklist that we use. I'm not sure whether you're using it at the moment, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to post it on as a file in the Facebook group. And what we're doing there is we basically, and I'm sure there's a number of different versions of this. So what we're doing is basically on day 3, when they should have received their box, we're ringing them and we're sending through a link as to how to get started on their President's Pack, for example, that links through, and then and running them through it over the phone. And then we ring them again on day 7. By then they should have had a cleanse day at that point. And then we're actually then calling them again on day 15 and then day 25. So we're contacting them regularly throughout the month.
You know, I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm talking beyond that point. I'm talking, you know, when we're talking like month to month kind of thing to ensure continuity beyond that point is what I'm saying, because that's what
I think to do that, Dennis, and you know what, I'm happy if we want to do some more team training, and that's probably where our team is at the moment, where we need to spend more time practicing the duplication. So the whole retention, the key to retention is to get your people's products paid. So we probably need to spend some more time with our team in teaching you guys how to do them +2. So you +2, them +2. What we've noticed in our team, because we went to executives so quickly, I think that we now need to come back and revisit our team and go, okay, guys, now it's you +2, them +2. And you're kind of at that point then in your business where you've got those people enrolled under you, and now it's them +2.
Well, the good thing in my situation is that I'm maintaining contact with my patients. Obviously, I'm seeing them on a regular basis for the chiropractic work anyway. So I see them, and as their order ships are coming up, I kind of like have a chat with them and see where they're at and you know what they're going to do, and try and give them some sort of advice as to where they're at and what they should sort of continue on with. So it's a little bit different for me, but I'm talking like, you know, for everyone else, they're not necessarily seeing these people on a daily basis, you know, or on a weekly basis. Yeah.
That's the system. So that's the system of duplication, because you don't want to be managing everyone else's auto shifts. Because you want to leverage your time. So if you're taking on everyone else's auto shifts and keeping in contact like that, what you're not actually doing, and we were guilty of this when we first started, we were managing how many, Melly? 40? Yeah, like 40 auto shifts. It's ridiculous. We had to empower our people to be able to manage their own auto shift. And to be able to empower our people, we needed to teach them the duplication, which was them plus 2. And once we taught them plus 2, we didn't need to worry about managing their auto ship. They wanted to stay on the products because their products were already paid for.
Yeah, what we'll do, we've had a bit of a focus on, I guess, Blitz Week and also launch party. What we'll do next week, because at the end of the launch party week, we'll have a session on retention, because it's such a big thing. I know head office are working on it heavily at the moment. And when Emma and I were doing the presentation there a couple of weeks ago, there was a couple of head office people there talking to us about retention and the steps that they're doing in order to try and improve it, because it is an area that we need to really focus on as a business and as distributors of Isogenics. So it's such a big area that we need to focus on. Now, let's say what we'll do next Sunday night. We'll definitely do it a night on retention. So, Cheryl, you've got your hand up there. Is there anything you'd like to add to? Because it's such a big topic, isn't it?
Unmute yourself, Dale.
Hi.
Hi.
So, using the tools, there are some awesome podcasts with regard to retention on isagenixpodcast.com. And in particular, I'll see if I can find it, but there's one podcast that talks about specific products. IsoDelights, for example, increase your retention within your business substantially. So if your team members include IsoDelights in their auto ship, then the retention of them goes up. It's something ridiculous by like 65 or 70%. Wow. Because it's crazy. I remember falling on the floor. So there's one podcast, I'll see if I can find it and I'll post it on the page, where they talked quite a lot about statistics, which is my brain. And it's obviously people getting their products paid for, but then the inclusion of, in particular, certain products in their auto ship. So Isogenics, the IsoDelights was certainly what they spoke about, and probably eShots as well, I would think, because people, IsoDelights in particular, get people mentally thinking, this is a lifestyle, it's not a diet, I can have chocolate. So that increases the retention on their auto ship, and they're going to keep that up. eShots as well, obviously, are they're an easy win. Everyone loves them, and so there's quite a lot of statistics, but I'll see if I can find that particular podcast and post it up. But there's a lot of podcasts with regard to retention and statistics on isagenixpodcast.com.
Awesome.
I'd listen to Shell if you could do that.
Yeah, I'll find it.
What I'm going to do is just put together a presentation next week. I'm going to draw on some of the experience within this group. I'm going to also speak to head office about some of the ideas that they're looking to put in, because I know this is a big topic, and we'll cover it as a topic of the week for next week. So one, I want to hear about the success of the launch parties. I really want to see everyone doing great things this week and getting some enrolments and plugging people into these launch parties that we've got going around the place. And and what we'll do is we'll do a session based and focused on that. So if anyone else has got anything to add, it's a good time to do it now. Otherwise, we might wind it up for the week. And really, really excited about what's about to happen this next, because we've been working towards Launch Party Week. It's normally the biggest week of enrolments that you'll have each of these months that we're doing this 90-day game plan. So hopefully we'll have plenty of double PIBs going around, if not triples and quadruples. So it's going to be a pretty big week. So anyone else got anything else they want to add just on those topics? No? All right, fantastic, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. Great numbers again. Well done. And let's look forward to a great week, and we'll talk to you again next Sunday night. And can't wait to hear all the great success stories. And thanks again for participating hard in Blitz Week. It's been fantastic. So from Mel was going to come over and wave goodbye. and Amy and I, we just want to wish you all every success this week and look forward to an amazing week ahead. Thanks, guys.
Have fun on your launch parties.
Thanks, Bill.